I got a message from John earlier today, Ryan. He said that you wanted to talk about Israel and them pulling troops out of Gaza. What did you see about that?
Well, I just recently, let me pull it back up. So
were you grounding it? Were you is that what did?
I have a bunch of different sources up. Because I want to be able to say stuff right. I want to know what I'm doing. But they pulled out of Gaza, they pulled out some of the troops out of Gaza, not because Syria said that they were gonna do that they were gonna attack them if they didn't. That's not why. Okay, John, if you heard that Syria said that we are definitely going to attack you if you don't pull out, that isn't true. They pulled out because, hold on, I'm checking my notes. They were tired. It says that they were tired. TJ, you probably know his name. What is his name? The defense speaker that comes out and lies every day about Israel.
I don't know his name. No, but I know what you're talking about. I know
you're gonna have to narrow it down, right? Broad net you just cast.
Yeah, he came out and he came out and said no. Our for us, our press it's not the press secretary, right? Is he the press secretary? Kirby. Yeah, Kirby. He came out and they asked because they've been asking him really I'm very rarely happy with reporters at those things because I don't think that they ask hard enough questions, but they've been tearing him up all week, making him look horrible. But yeah, they asked him basically flat out, why are they preparing to withdraw all of these troops? You guys made the biggest deal about not doing that. Like that's the whole point. Why are they suddenly doing it now? What has changed? And he was like, they're tired.
Oh wow!
They're like literally like they're going to get rest, and they go, okay, well, they also in Israel they told families to start stockpiling food, and buy generators. Does that have anything to do with it? No, that's just something else that they're doing. Well, Syria said that they will attack them. And nope. I didn't hear anything about it. Don't know. We're looking into that. That's his favorite line. We're looking into it, and once we discover everything, then we'll let you know. It's like, okay, no, they're definitely pulling out because they're afraid of a fight that's going to happen. But I don't think that they're going to completely leave. I also feel like it's part of like a farce that they're going to either put people immediately back on the ground or. Even scarier, possibly. It's fine for Israel to pull out their troops because we have troops there. Like, I haven't seen anything more confirmed of that than the self-immolation from a couple of weeks ago and just rumor mill stuff circulating on social media. But I haven't seen any official source. Have you guys seen anything that was like more than? Like I've seen apparent photographs of soldiers in Israel, U.S. soldiers in Israel, the Air Force soldier that self-immolated in front of the consulate. Mm-hmm. He apparently, like, his roommate leaked his orders or something like that, and he alluded to it in his live when he made that choice, and. I think it made a lot more sense for people once the paperwork like started leaking that like they were, because I think he worked for intelligence or something like that. So he knew like what future missions or things were in the works and what was going to happen, and that was why, because he felt like America was going to just join the invasion. But other than those few things, that story got buried real quick, and I haven't seen any like any official source like cite that. But my conspiracy theory brain is that could be another reason why, is because they don't need all of them there, but they do think Syria is going to attack them, which would
I
be
haven't
awful.
heard so much about Syria as I have Iran. Israel is playing this really messy game right now, and I'm actually in the middle of a game of Civ where I've overextended my military. I thought I was going to be able to take this small city state, but then another country went to war with me. I'm suddenly completely spread out. Like, it's a mistake all Civ players make. Except Netanyahu's doing it in the real world with real people and actually murdering them. And it's much scarier because, like, what he did, we discussed this last week, TJ, is that he definitely attacked an Iranian consulate in order to try and draw the U.S. into this conflict. Excuse me. And Biden has come out and said, Biden has more strictly, like, told him to get the hell out of Gaza, but has come to the firm defense of, if Iran attacks, the U.S. will be standing by their ally. So, like, it's really a tricky situation where I do feel like they're moving troops out of Gaza, both to appease America and also to try and, like, I feel like this is just an America thing, like how they played that ad during the Super Bowl at the same time they decided to bomb Rafah. Like that's right. This is all for American optics. It is trying to pull true, like, we're de-escalating, we're being the good guys, but what they're really doing is moving their troops to defend against the other people that they unjustly attacked and are going to attack them back, and for this sole purpose of trying to draw America into a regional military conflict. I think that's genuinely what this is here. TJ, do you have a different take?
No, what you guys said are excellent points. I want to go kind of in reverse order of the stuff we talked about. So Ryan mentioned Kirby. My favorite clip with Kirby was they were, because you're right, like most of the press corps, the people that get to, talk to, high-ranking officials or even their spokespeople, is that they kind of like almost for self-preservation, don't ask tough questions a lot because you want to get invited back the next day. And if you're an asshole to them, they're like, oh no, we're not giving you a press card. But one day this was like late last year, they were really grilling them because Israel released a video of them leveling the University of University of Palestine. I can't remember, or it was a city, I can't remember, but it was a university in Palestine. And they asked them, well, why did they destroy the university? Like, you guys set mines in there, so there's no, Hamas soldiers in there to get rid of. And he says, well, we don't know what was under that university, going back to the whole tunnels and shit. And I did a video talking about that. Listen, we do know what was under that university. It was valuable land that could be exploited by the Israelis to make money off it. That's what that's for. And so watching them fall apart, that was pretty good. And as far as what Ryan mentioned about the U.S. military being in Israel and involved in this assault, yeah, I do recall that when Bushnell with the immolation, that his orders did have something to do with working with Israel. And my guess would be that the U.S. involved in Israel is kind of like what they do in Ukraine, is that they have like training regiments there. And that's kind of the main thing. We do a lot of training regiments with Israel, either here and abroad. And the soldiers, I wrote that down. And yes, I am 100% certain that the threats, because you can only push this shit so far. Like, you can only, once you attack an embassy in Syria with Iranian generals in there, you're begging for a response. And you're right, John, too, that they're trying to bring the U.S. into it, because we've been blustering about going to war with Iran, honestly, since like the 9/11 days. Iran was always on the list, but the truth of the matter is, we do not want smoke with Iran. We don't. We don't want it, because we would lose that war. Well, we certainly wouldn't win. Like, it wouldn't be like Iraq, where we could, just take out the power structure and then, fuck up the nation building part. We would never get to the taking out the power structure part because of the size and the terrain. It would be like combining Iraq and Afghanistan into one nation. Like, it would be a complete mess. So I did see that they left one battalion in southern Gaza. That's they only have one left in there, and that Hamas and the IDF are trying to work on this 6-month ceasefire they were talking about or something, which does lead me to believe that like what you said, John, that there is a lot of pressure from the White House here, because like that's what they're mostly afraid of. They're on the secondary list. I would say they would be afraid of Arab nations, finally having enough when you start fucking with them, not just the Palestinians, but other ones too. So it's good to see this happen. That there's at least a de-escalation. And the sad thing about it, the absolute worst part is that let's say tomorrow morning, Israel's like, oh, our bad. We fucked this up, folks. This is terrible. We apologize for all that. We're all gonna throw a party. There'll be a big celebration of shit. Zero consequences for Israel. Zero. They will never pay a price at all for all the shit that they've done since October 7th. And people will still see the Palestinians as the bad people, even though they're the ones living in squalor for the next, decade now after their entire infrastructure has been destroyed. That's the sad part about this, is that I looked at that. I was like, oh, this is great news. Like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is like just the bare bones level of human decency. You do not deserve a party for this.
All right, guys, that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, because I'm sure you already did that, and I'm sure you also liked this too. You're a great listener, great viewer of The Left Wing. And if you are one of our amazing audience members that we respect very, very much, I am sure you loved our guest today and want to know where you can find him. So, Ryan, how about you tell our audience where they can find you?
You guys can find me basically everywhere under IDeffOverThink. That's IDEFF overthink. So @ and think of a place except for X, and I'm probably there. That's the only one that I don't have.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, everybody, I'm TJ Whitehead. Power is taken, not given. And joining you from the fascist dictatorship of New Mexico. Please join the New Mexico National Guard Service Guarantees membership. I can't even get the line right. Service Guarantees citizenship. Have a good night. We appreciate you all.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get out of here. All right.